Okay, grown-ups, this time I'm going to talk about an emotional one. This section is about separation, and separation goes under social emotional development because it's a huge milestone for your child to be separated from you and to go and be under the responsibility of another grown-up, making friends that you've never met before, doing things you've never seen him or her do before. For some children, it's a piece of cake, easy peasy. They go, they wave, they smile. It's no big deal. For other children, it takes a lot of emotional courage, and it is a big developmental milestone. And I have to say, for a lot of parents and caregivers, grandparents, moms, dads, I've seen a lot of tears on both sides when kids have separated from their grown-up. In fact, my oldest, who's my videographer right now, this was her biggest challenge. So I've been through this. It can be emotional. So you might want to think months ahead of time before starting kindergarten of helping your child develop some coping skills so this won't be so difficult those first few days and weeks of kindergarten. Most important to build their confidence is to give them practice with experiences. So some of your children may have gone to preschool and gotten practice that way. At kindergarten club, we get practice that way. When you go to playgrounds or story time or other activities where your child might be apart from you, that's building their confidence. If you're unable to do some of those things outside of your home, you can practice doing things that can build those skills in the community and at home. So for example, some caregivers, even when kids outgrow naps, will institute quiet time in their house. So it might be around nap time after lunch, and the child goes to his or her own room with some books or some crayons or some sort of special activity while grown-up is working in the kitchen or in a different room of the house. So that would be one thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do is practice a special and quick goodbye, because one of the hardest things about separation is when it drags on, and especially if the grown-up is looking over their shoulder. I've had teachers say people peek in the windows. That makes it so much harder for the little ones. So you and your child should come up with a special quick goodbye, and it could be kiss, kiss, and a high five, or maybe you create a special handshake, or maybe it's elbow bumps. But whatever it is, you can start practicing that now. If you're going to visit Grandma's house, you can say, "Oh, let's do our special elbow bump before we before I say goodbye to you, and you read a story with Grandma," or whatever it is. That will make it much easier on the first, second days of school when the bus comes or you're dropping your child off at the door, if you have a ritualized goodbye. Other things you can do is just build independence in community activities. So if you're checking out at the grocery store and your child is getting a box of popsicles, you can say, "Here, put this on the counter." At a restaurant, you can have your child order their own meal, or at least point to the picture. So some things that build independence, and you can practice separation with stuffed animals, with dolls, with toys, even little boys with their toy cars. You can say, "Beep, beep, this car is going all by himself and he's driving to the store, but don't worry, he'll be back." Make sure you reassure your child that you will always be there for them and they will always come back to you. So those are some great ways to practice separation. There's some good books we'll talk about in the future. You can have little pictures of yourself or a little transitional object. So maybe when your child misses you, she wears a special locket with your picture in it, or you tuck a picture of your pet from home into the child's book bag, or they wear their special lucky blue shirt that you kiss and say, "My love is here." Make sure you reassure your child and remind them that your love is always there, even when he or she can't see you. Just like on a cloudy day, the sun is still in the sky, your love will always be there. It's like an invisible string that holds you together. And you can use that example because kids this age are very concrete.